winter driving in the Ioniq 5, you got to use your heat, but you got to get where you're going. So just want to do a little example here. I want to show my current settings, 75 degrees, fan speed 3, and I'm at the floor and the face setting, shared. I just want to show what happens to the energy usage when I change just the area of where I'm blowing heat here. So if I change it to floor and windshield, notice how the energy usage climbs considerably. So normally I would keep my car on the floor and windshield setting. But what's the point when it's going to use that much energy? Watch as I go back to the same setting I had it on, back to the floor and the face. Didn't change anything else, just change the direction. And my energy drops way down to give me the same heat. Now I'm warmer because I'm getting more of the heat on my face, and as long as I keep the heat on, my windshield doesn't fog up, so I really achieved the same thing with tons less energy. It's currently 13 degrees. You don't have to just take my word for it. And I've been driving for an hour and 40 minutes. Almost at 3 kilowatts. It's pretty hard, but heat running the entire time. I used to turn my heat off and back on and off and back on. And those jumps in temperature actually use more energy to get the car back up to temperature, so on and so forth. So obviously if I was at 82 degrees, the car would be struggling a little bit more to keep that 82 degrees. But if I'm blowing the heat right on my body, I don't need it at 82 degrees. 75 feels pretty hot as it is. And normally I would have it on fan speed 2, but fan speed 3 seems to not affect the energy usage by much, at least not enough to really worry about. It's the direction that changes the energy usage as well as the temperature. So now if I cut the heat down a couple degrees, let's say I'm getting warm, cut it down to 73, still warm. You keep your house at what, 68, 69 degrees, so 73 is still warm. It's gonna bring my energy usage down even more, and I could probably cruise for a good half an hour on 73 degrees and not feel cold at any point. So biggest takeaway here is your fan speed is a pretty small factor in this. The biggest thing is the direction that you're blowing the heat, as well as the temperature. Now, another thing I assumed was that if I just go down to my feet, it should drop the energy usage, but that is the opposite effect. My theory here is that the fan is working harder to push the heat through a smaller cavity, and it's being restricted, so therefore it's using more energy. If I take away that restriction and blow the heat out more vents, it's going to bring my energy usage back down. Take it as you will. I probably rambled a lot more than I needed to here as I'm driving. But I figured I would share this with folks that need to drive in the winter and don't want to go without heat, just to make it where they're going.